Welcome to CryptoBytes, the podcast where we find today's news and information in the crypto space and break it down into bite-sized chunks. I'm your host, Rick.
And this is Rob. Guys, thank you for tuning in. We are streaming live right now on YouTube and on Twitter. So
we've upgraded everyone. We in it. We in it.
Right,
we want to thank
right.
all of you, the delegators.
Right. Speaking of delegators, we are a Cardano stake pool operator. Ticker AGC. We are a low saturated stake pool that is minting blocks. So
I think we just minted one this morning, if I'm correct.
Yeah, it was last night, but yeah, this morning. So
for all intents and purposes.
Right, it's been good so far. Thank you to all of our delegators, and also if you're interested in $10 of free Bitcoin, go to the link below, swanbitcoin.com/AGC. Sign up, start stacking, and get $10 of free Bitcoin.
But can we talk about for a second that scrolling text though? It's almost like it's fully upgraded.
We're trying, guys. We're trying to increase the quality of the streams here. We've heard your feedbacks, so we're taking
wait until you meet our guest host, our guest star, Elon Musk. It's coming. It's coming.
Right. So, let's just get into the show here. This past March, former Vice President Joe Biden issued an executive order telling the federal agencies to take a hard look at cryptocurrencies, crypto assets, Bitcoin, and come back to him with a report. Today, two big reports were released, one from the White House and one from the Treasury. The one from the White House, this is from CoinDesk. The White House calls for crypto mining standards to minimize environmental impact. So, I would say for about 2 years, the energy FUD against Bitcoin has been very strong, though it wasn't based in anything solid.
I can't roll my eyes hard enough over here.
Right. Other than, it uses too much energy. Okay.
I think it's more of a, we can't tax it. But standardization comes taxing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Bitcoin miners, they're very environmentally conscious. They're always looking for the cheapest energy to use, whether that is natural gases, fossil fuels. It could be even hydro, solar, thermoelectric. They unlock energy that would otherwise go to waste. And it says so as much in the report. It says that if crypto miners use flared gas off of these abandoned mines, it could reduce environmental impact of Bitcoin mining and actually help the White House further its environmental goals. So there you go. That's really? why I said the Bitcoin mining FUD has been put to rest. There we go. Game over. Bitcoin is most likely here to stay.
It's definitely here to stay.
I did see a tweet today from Watcher.guru saying that the White House was considering banning Bitcoin, but
I'm like 99.9% positive they got their hands in the cookie jar too, and they're not going to, be dismantling it anytime soon because the hands are probably real deep in there. I mean, look, how many times do you see something pop up in history where like the return is just so ridiculously high? Why would you want to kill your cash cow?
Right. I mean, you also have backers like BlackRock and these other hedge funds that could potentially be done.
Oh, I forgot about BlackRock.
To some of these congressional and Senate candidates, so you don't want to rock the boat too hard. But this is laying out the groundwork for further legislation that could be coming down the pipeline, probably in the next Congress, maybe further down the line. So
again, this is crypto time, so that could be like 3 months from now.
Right. So one of the, selling points of Bitcoin mining is that it would be the buyer of last resorts when it comes to energy. And also, they can add to the grid by using flared gas to convert that to energy to mine their Bitcoin. And also, under times of heavy stress on the system, they can decrease their energy usage and actually give that energy back to the grid when it's needed. And we've seen this in Texas during the Great Freeze. The Bitcoin miners, they turned off their mining rigs to help support the efforts that was going on in that state. But who doesn't like Bitcoin mining rigs unlocking stranded energy? Again, that's probably one of the biggest selling points for crypto mining in today's environment.
Unlocking stranded energy. Do you even saying that out loud is hilarious.
Nuclear is the next step. We
And
gotta
it's so
have
sexy. Nuclear.
we gotta have
rolls
we gotta
off the
have
tongue.
we gotta have Bitcoin mining rigs attached to nuclear reactors, and I think that'd be the next great leap forward in technology. So
I think you're right.
the future is bright. Hopefully not too bright. That
No,
you,
no pun intended. The future is bright.
yeah, right.
Right. That'll be the next sticker, ladies and gentlemen. The future is bright.
Right.
It's
So
the Bitcoin rig.
the next report that was released today, it comes from the U.S. Treasury. This one not so positive. We've been talking about CBDCs for quite some time, since the beginning of this channel. So again, former Vice President Joe Biden asked the U.S. Treasury on recommendations for CBDCs, how it might be able to move forward with such a program, and is it feasible? Well, for the most part, they said, yeah, we can look into it. They're basically following China. China, you may or may not know, they have a centralized currency that is heavily regulated, and I think they moved into a digital only phase. I mean, basically what you do in China, everything is on your phone, right? They use Weibo or something, and everything is through QR codes. They track everything, and that's the ultimate goal for the U.S. Treasury. They want to be able to track every single purchase that someone does under the guise of anti-money laundering. It's a big intrusive aspect of CBDCs. Again, just another way Big Brother will always be watching over you. I'm not a big fan of CBDCs, and I don't even think it would be legal for the federal government to issue CBDCs. That's why they're partnering with the Federal Reserve to issue the CBDCs, which will be backed by full faith and credit by an army. So for people to take and accept CBDCs as a form of payment for all debt and services.
That's going to be crazy. Could you imagine that day? A CBDC. I mean, the day that comes, the dollar itself is probably going to go the way that. Actually, you know what? They probably are just going to call it the dollar, and it's just because of the in front of it. It's just going to be the dollar.
The dollar has
the dollar
has evolved over the
mark
course.
My words, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome the dollar. That way, the dollar never leaves the world reserve currency. It's like when it happens, it's not going to scare anyone. But realistically, the dollar is going to not be the world reserve currency anymore.
Right. There's been multiple forms of the dollar, starting with the Spanish mill dollar back in colonial days, to a standard weight and measure of gold and silver, as what's subscribed in the Constitution, to what it is now, a fiat floating currency based off of, I don't know, a strong army or something. So they're going towards the same model, but I mean, it takes money to print money, and JPAL has been, unloading the presses since the beginning of 2020 when this pandemic hit. So I mean, that's basically the report. Good for Bitcoin mining, bad for everyone else when it comes to CBDC. Your lives will be tracked, and I would expect states like Florida and Texas to file a lawsuit trying to stall CBDCs, but I don't know how much play that would get. I'm sure a few other states would jump on board, but use your dollars while you can, right?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
If you want,
use your fiat dollars until the dollar comes out.
If you want true anonymous dollar or true anonymous currency to use for whatever purposes you want, use the dollar. But if you want a strong, stable, not really stable, but a strong way to transact with people, a secure, strong way, use Bitcoin. So just go to the link below, swanbitcoin.com/AGC, sign up, get $10 of free Bitcoin. And we are a Cardano stake pool operator as well. We just minted a block yesterday. I believe it's our 7th block minted so far. So thank you to our delegators who have stuck with us from the beginning, and those that have joined. Thank you.
And even the ones that left. We liked you in the stake pool. Sorry to lose you.
We'll welcome you back with open arms. So if you're interested in earning an APY on your Cardano or on your ADA, delegate to AGC.
I mean, you could delegate to one of the many Binance pools that are out there and get your little wimpy return, but delegate to AGC, this is maximum return. And just remember, delegating to AGC chumps the sharks and the whales.
Right. Take your crypto, whatever it may be, off of the exchanges and put it in a hardware wallet. And with that, that's your CryptoByte.
Deuces.